Suppose I invite you over for a jam session, and when you get here, I refuse to tell you anything about what we're jamming about. Minor problem, you might think, except it's not 12-bar blues or some standard you've played before. It's a completely random, non-diatonic chord progression that never repeats. So there are basically three ways of playing: by ear, by theory, and by rote. I could give you a part, maybe a written part, maybe a part I would play for you and show you what it was. Maybe I send you a recording of my part or a chord progression ahead of time, and you craft a part. That's playing by rote. Or maybe I hand you a chord chart and you make it up on the fly. That's playing by theory. But if I give you nothing, no map whatsoever, you have no choice but to use a technique called dead reckoning. Navigating your way through the tune entirely by ear. How would you do? Now, flip the script. Suppose you could do that. What would it mean to you? Well, you could learn songs a lot faster, couldn't you? You could improvise better, because you would hear what you're about to play in your mind before you played it. And of course, you could just show up at a gig and fake your way through the music. Yet most musicians play primarily by rote. Sure, we use our ears to some extent, but by and large, we're thinking in visual patterns. Even when we're improvising, we're thinking in patterns. You hear the term vocabulary when it comes to improvising and soloing. Patterns of play that we've done before. Or keys and modes and scales, which are basically like signposts or roadmaps that show up on the instrument as visual patterns. And to be clear, there's nothing wrong with playing by rote or by theory. Theory is great. Theory actually helps your ear, but it's not enough. You need a way to engage your ear in a real playing environment by temporarily removing theory and rote from the equation. Most ear training lives in isolation, interval quizzes, chord ID drills, the kind of stuff that you might do on something like that Rick Beato ear trainer. That trains recognition. This trains navigation. Passing a test is not the same thing as surviving music in motion. So here's the rule set. You don't know the key, you don't know the chords, you don't get to hang out in a scale and hope nothing bad happens. I play a chord, you play a note, any note. Then you listen, adjust, and feel your way forward. The harmony shifts constantly. You can't predict it. You can't out-theory it. Your only job is to stay musically alive. The only mercy I give you is time. The chords last long enough to let you orient yourself, right before the floor drops out again. Let me show you what I mean. what you're hearing is strange, but musical, enjoyable, but impossible to memorize. And that's the point. You're not allowed to learn it. You're not allowed to write it down. Your ear has to lead, or you're done. And you're going to hit some sour notes, for sure. But every time you do, it's like, oh, I see. That's what I was hearing. Should have played that other note. And the next time, your fingers will hook up with your brain and you'll hit the intended note. And it goes on like that for 7 minutes, never repeating. You can do this on bass, where you're both the foundation and the voice. You can do it on piccolo bass, guitar, sax, doesn't matter. The instrument is irrelevant. Plus, I give you the backing track in 2 different speeds. Slow, like you just saw there, and faster, for when your skill level increases. This changes the way you approach music. Like your ear is mysteriously waking up for the very first time and opening up whole new vistas of experience and expression. You begin learning songs reflexively, improvising freely, composing intuitively, recalling melodies and harmonies on command, playing off of other musicians in the moment. If that's what you want, why not join my Patreon at the link below and work this exciting new challenge into your daily practice. Just 7 minutes a day. And there's a good chance you'll see these results manifesting themselves in just a couple of weeks. Not a course, not a lecture, a lab. You'll get these special Dead Reckoning backing tracks and all the other Death of the 10,000 Hour Rule challenges, past and future, rhythmic studies, harmonic studies, melodic studies, specifically designed to slash your learning curve to the bone and achieve true musical mastery in 1,000 hours or less. Link is below. I'll see you in the shed.